over here. Deuteronomy 17 and 15 in the NIV. Be sure to appoint over you a king the Lord your God chooses, who must be from among your fellow Israelites. Do not place a foreigner over you, one who is not an Israelite. In King James, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. We start off by saying all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for teaching nothing but the 100% truth. Shalom to you, Akim, that's believing and pushing this truth through the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you, very few Aqua that's listening and learning in quietness. It's your brother Ahmad out of Jacksonville, Florida, coming back, Lord willing, with an edifying video. So, as you see, I brought out that Deuteronomy 17:15, and I titled this, "Do not place a foreigner over you," because we're not supposed to place the wicked over us, right? We're not supposed to be down there voting. One might say, "What is placing a foreigner over you?" Well, voting. That's voting. You're not supposed to be voting. Because two-thirds don't understand, man. These heathens don't have our best interests in heart. Period. Because at the end of the day, they understand, the elites understand that the earth is given to them. Right? So they in rulership at this time. Esau is the ending of the world. Jacob is the beginning. So why are you down there taking hand on hand, joining with the wicked, voting when really your vote don't matter, but you're taking a part of heathen customs? Jakes don't get it. But anyway, we're just gonna jump right into it, man. Let's get into this video what inspired this lesson. And this is from Black Women Are Starting to Leave the Democrats, and here's why, from the Phillips. Matter of fact, let me make sure it's on. Is it on the whole page? Let me make sure. Yep, I have it set up. Okay, so lucky, y'all. All right, let me jump back into it. But listen to this, man.
I think you stand with Trump.
I'm not stupid.
I could tell the minute I saw you, your eyes lit up and saw the Trump flags. As I told her, why you stand with Trump? Because beautiful people stand with Trump.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Huh?
How's your drink?
It's really good. It's a mocktail.
Mocktail, it's delicious.
So what was your answer? Why do you stand with Trump?
I stand with Trump because he's basically representing us, and everything that they're doing to him is what they can do to us.
Yeah.
And the system is broken, and he's fighting for us. So I like his policies. I like how he says it like it is, and and Biden gotta go. We're sick of it.
And what would you say to a Black person that says that you're not Black because you're voting for Trump?
Well, then I guess I identify as a white man. I don't know. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm a mother. I care about the future of my child, and I care about policies over, rhetoric.
Now, the reason why I played this. So you see, man, our women are gone, man. They're done. When you understand the Willie Lynch letter, man, I done bought it out on my channel. Brothers done bought it on their channel. You brothers and sisters might have read it up, read it for yourself. But when you understand that, man, we still in those times to this day. Eve want to get rid of one devil, put another devil over her as if he's gonna do better. That's why the scriptures say this, man. Proverbs 9:13, KJV. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Hey, these 2/3 women, man, they don't know anything. But if anything, they love Esau, man. They love the white man and his ways, his rulership. Why? Because this is not just Esau's heaven. This is their heaven too. And they love the policies, as she say. Why? Because it helps them. It benefits them. It don't benefit the so-called Black man. It don't benefit the man, period, man. It don't benefit, the let me say it respectfully. It doesn't benefit the Hebrew Israelite men, because the heathens we don't care about, but it doesn't benefits the Hebrew Israelite men. So now Esau passed all these laws and policies and put this stuff into place for them to be over us. And 2/3, and that's not just women, men too. Two-thirds men, they love this kingdom, this queendom. Why? Because they get to have their businesses and stuff like that on this end. They so-called think they got money. But guess what? That's why the scriptures say this. Let's get this. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Hey, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. Because you want to join hand in hand with Esau and his kingdom, you want to keep his kingdom going. Well, guess what? When you know that this place is being torn down, Babylon is done. America is done, man. But you still want to join hand in hand with your enemy? Well, guess what? That's okay. You're going to get the same judgment as he's getting. And then you're going to come back on the next end. And then you're going to know you was wrong the whole time while you was on the end. You're going to know that you was wrong every time you came back on this end. But you're going to get that judgment just like they're going to get, man. You're going to get put to death. Because our people abuse and they hate the laws and statutes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I want to get this. Let me get this. I'm going to show you, man, why you don't vote for a wicked king over you. When you read this here, man, it said Maccabees chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men. Now, this is going into how, what's his name again? I just was reading it. Alexander the Greek, or Alexander the Great, you guys might know him by. He had died and he left his everything to his close friends, and he split the stuff between them. And then they had sons, and then their sons. It was wicked. It's been wicked ever since after his death. It was wicked while Alexander the Great was alive too, but it was just continuing the wicked, right? But anyway, it says verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, and these wicked men are Israelites. What this verse is going into, who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, right, that are round about us. For since we depart from them, we have had much sorrow." So this is just like today, man. You got 2/3. What they want to make a covenant with the heathens. They want to join hand in hand with Esau's blessing. They love Esau queendom, his laws, statutes, and policies that he sets up. It says, verse 12, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathens. Right. So Esau, just like today, because there's nothing new under the sun, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes 1:9. They get these licenses, they get all this stuff set up, and then in their head, they'll tell you that they love the white man. The white man is their friend. They love his laws and statutes, man. It's nothing new under the sun. These are the same jakes back on the earth again today, man. They was given license to do whatever, do the same thing as the heathens. They was worshiping themselves, worshiping their birthdays. They probably had little businesses and stuff like that. Probably, don't know what it is. Probably selling cigarettes or weed, herbs. You get what I'm saying? Because there's nothing new under the sun, man. But it says, verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathens. See, they built a place to exercise according to the custom of the heathens, man. 2/3 of us always like the customs of heathens, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to be heathen and were sold to do mischief. See, so 2/3 of us love to, they want to be heathens. They love doing wickedness. They love this place called America. They love this place, man. They vote like the heathens. They do the same thing as the heathens do. Shoot, 2/3 of us, hey, they drink blood, hey, you know, eat babies. They do the same thing as heathens do, man. What Esau do. Anyway, it says, and made themselves uncircumcised. We already read that. Now, when the kingdom was established for Antiochus, he thought the ring of Egypt. Okay, no, I want to jump down. Let me jump down some more, because I'm pretty much just hitting the points just to show you a history when you put a wicked king over you. That's not a Hebrew Israelite, and this is why we got to get out of here, man. Because we see that, you know, just after Bush Senior, Bush, Ronald Reagan, shoot, Obama, shoot. Hey, the list keep going. Now Biden, man, the list can keep it. George White, it goes back, man. But anyway, it says, let me see, where is it at? I want to start at 38. This Maccabees chapter 1, first Maccabees chapter 1 is verse 38. And so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them were upon the city was made and habitations of strangers, and became strange to those that were born in her, and her own children left her. It says her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness. Her feasts were turned into mourning, her Sabbaths into reproach, her honor into contempt. As had been her glory, so was her dishonor increase, and her excellency. I say that word. Excellency, I think I'm saying it right, was turned into mourning. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Now, this is what I want. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one. Now, even today, how do they want us to be one? Now you see what's pushing out on the platforms. You see that we in the stages of the MOTB, which is the so-called, which is the RFID chip. That's how they want us all to be one. They want that Revelations 13 and 16 implanted under your skin. It's nothing new under the sun, man. It says, so the king, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one. And it says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathens agreed according to the commandments of the king. So all the heathens had agreed to the commandments of the king at that time. It says, yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. Same thing like today, consenting to his religion, his ways, his policies. When you clearly see that his ways, his policy is backwards, and it's only for his sakes, his filthy sakes. He turned around and he so-called speaks smooth words to you just to get you entangled in this trap. Then after you entangled, guess what? That's it. There's nothing you can do. You trapped. That's the so-called white man. But anyway, it says, verse 43, yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificing to idols and profaned the Sabbath, like today. They think going to church, they think, on Sundays, some people say the Sabbath on Friday to Saturday sundown, which is off. You get what I'm saying? Jakes don't even understand what's going on. Meanwhile, what they do, they still run down to Egypt seeking advice instead of calling on the name of Yahweh Shem Shai and asking for his help. They love this queen, man. It says, for the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land. What is Esau's laws? What is the so-called white man laws to Jerusalem? We was a people before we was a place, which are the Israelites. What is it? It's strange laws. Their laws and policies are strange to us. It's not our customs. It says, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. It says, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine flesh and unclean beasts. So that's like, hey, nothing new on the sun, man. Jake's still in that spirit today. These are the same Jakes back again today, man. And when you read this whole chapter, man, because it's beautiful, you had what's his name? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I think it's Antiochus. Matter of fact, we jump to chapter 2. Mattathias. I think I said Mattathias. So when you jump down to, let me see, I think it's starting at 27. And Mattathias, that's how I said Mattathias. Salaki. Mattathias. It says, and Mattathias, because they didn't, you had Jakes that didn't want to follow the heathen customs and what the heathens had set up. They wasn't gonna sacrifice no swine flesh and throw away the Sabbath days and stuff like that. They weren't going to partake in what the heathens had set up, what the king had wrote and set up, because the king had wrote new policies and commandments for everyone to be one. But the policies and the commandments that the King Antiochus wrote, it went against our customs, the Hebrew Israelites' customs. As I showed you back in chapter 1, their ways and their laws are strange to us. But as you see today, Jakes don't get that, man. They still abide by it. So what happened was a lot of us had to flee from out of the land because it was too much wickedness going on. And then we watching 2/3 of us, like today, watching 2/3 of us take a whole and a part of Esau kingdom, like that's their kingdom too. It's frustrating, man. It's very frustrating. So we had to flee. But anyway, I'm just hitting straight to the point so you understand why you're not supposed to do that, man. But anyway, this Maccabees chapter, First Maccabees chapter 2, starting at 27. And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there, both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because afflictions increased sore upon them. So they fled, they left because it was just too much going on. These are Hebrew Israelites, if you don't know. That's what this is going to. These are Jakes that, Lord willing, is the 1/3. They left because it was just too much going on. You had to deal with the heathens. Now you're dealing with your own people, forsaking our laws and statutes, and now you following after the policies and their commandments of the heathens. So it says, verse 31, now when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David, that certain men who had broken the king's commandment, see, here we go, were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness. So it was told to the king, Antiochus, that, hey, you had, some of them Israelites, they left. They didn't want to abide by your rules. This is what this is going to. They didn't want to abide by your rules and what you set up. So it says right here, verse 32, they pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. See that? Verse 33, and they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto sacrifice come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. So you tell them, hey, I understand I know y'all love, y'all don't like it, but guess what? Just abide by what the king, what he set up, and guess what? You gonna live. But it says, but they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not. It said they answered them not. Neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the place where they lay hid, but said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth will testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully. And this stands for innocence. That's all. That's innocence. So you had Jakes, they was willing to get down with it, man. Like, no, we're not sacrificing swine flesh, doing, wicked acts and all this abomination going against our laws, statutes, commandments, just to please you heathens. And those Jakes are back on the earth today. Lord willing, it's us brothers and sisters now. But it says, so they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath day, and they slew them with their wives. See, this Esau, with their wives and children and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 people. See, So these are jigs that don't follow their policies and their commandments and stuff that they have set up. Why? Because it was going against everything. They was setting up stuff for us to pretty much forget everything that our Father had set up, and that was taught to us from our forefathers, passed down, from generation to generation. Esau didn't want to hear that, man, and that's why, as I tell you, man, as you see in the video, Jakes don't even understand what's going on, man. They I'm telling you, they go down to these portals and they voting a wicked king over them. Matter of fact, let me go back to that. I'm gonna get into good news. No, was that? I think it was the NIV translation. You are not supposed to vote for a wicked king over you, man. Let me go back to it. I think it was in NIV that I pulled up. Yeah, I think it is NIV. Deuteronomy 17:15, NIV. Be sure to point over you a king the Lord your God chooses. He must be from among your fellow Israelites. So if they ain't a Hebrew Israelite, guess what? You ain't supposed to be even putting them king over you. Who was our first king? Moses. Right? Then we had David. Then we had Solomon. Shoot, those are the best years of our lives, man, when King Solomon reigned. Best years of our life. Look what every time Esau reigned over us. Look where we at now, man. Look where we at now, man. Just the air upside down, the water, the women, the men, the children upside down. This whole place is upside down. Why? Because they want to follow the heathen customs. They want to follow the heathen customs, man. And that's what's wrong with the people on this. With 2/3 of us on this end. They want to keep heathen customs. They want to keep Esau and rulership over them. And as long as the wicked is over you, guess what? You're not going to win. That's why we say it all the time. If it was up to 2/3 of us, Yahweh Shai, who they even call Jesus Christ, he wouldn't rule over us. He wouldn't reign over us. They don't want to see Yahweh Shai. They want to stay here in this wicked queendom and keep their lifestyles, their so-called lifestyles. But as the scripture I brought out, hey, those that join hand with the wicked, guess what? You going down, man, because Esau know his time is up, man. He know his time is up. Everything is being turned against him, as everybody is seeing that it's been that man the whole time. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I seen that video. Matter of fact, I play it again, and then we'll close it down. But I pray that this video was edifying. Just a little information that I want to bring out through the Spirit, Lord willing, and for you brothers and sisters, if you didn't know, but it's good to read the first book of Maccabees and the second book of Maccabees, just giving you examples of when we had a wicked king over us. Let me play this video again, and then we'll close it out. Cause Eve don't even know what's going on, man. Eve don't know what's going on.
Yeah, with Trump.
I'm not stupid.
I could tell the minute I saw you, your eyes lit up and saw the Trump flags. As I told her, why you stand with Trump? Because beautiful people stand with Trump.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Huh?
How's your drink?
It's really good. It's a mocktail.
Mocktail, it's delicious.
One of the vendors.
So what was your answer? Why do you stand with Trump?
I stand with Trump because he's basically representing us, and everything that they're doing to him is what they can do to us.
Yeah.
And the system is broken, and he's fighting for us. So I like his policies. I like how he says it like it is, and and Biden gotta go. We're sick of him.
And what would you say to a black person that says that you're not black because you're voting for Trump?
Well, then I guess I identify as a white man. I don't know. I don't care what anybody has to say.
As a white man, boy, that's just a slap to Yahweh Shai face and everything he's done for us. Let me get this, and then we'll close it down, man. Psalms 145:20 in the NIV. The Lord watches over all who love him, but all the wicked he will destroy. Hey, all you wicked, Hebrew Israelites out there, 2/3 of us, and you will be destroyed because you're joining hand in hand with Esau's queendomship. Just know you're going down, because he coming to give every man according to their works. Every man, hey, every idle word you done spoke, coming to give you that too, man. So why is that up there? I don't know why that's up there. Anyway, Lord willing, this was edifying. I pray that your brothers and sisters was edified. You know, may the blessing lesson be upon your household. You know, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Hey, do not be voting. Don't go vote and put a wicked person, wicked heathen over you. That is sin. That's an abomination, man. Shalom.